Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am your host, Josh Zuniga of the Inside View Real Estate Podcast, and today we're going to talk about how to build wealth as a first-time home buyer. Stay tuned. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the Inside View Real Estate Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Josh Zuniga, and I am with the wonderful Carl Freund.
Hey, dude, what's up?
I know, and today we're going to talk about a very, very, very important topic because there's a lot of people out there that are wanting to be a first-time home buyer or are a first-time home buyer, but, and just like we were talking about last year, what is our next step or what is the next step to really start building wealth or start building our portfolio here within real estate? I'm very passionate about this, as you know, and this is going to be a lot of what I want to talk about in 2022 and what I help people with, whether you're a friend, family, or individual, or even somebody that just reaches out to me on social media that wants to know how to do this. But I know Carl loves this topic also, and he promotes it all the time to people, but it's a lot different when you talk to somebody until you're blue in the face and actually does something and does not do something. What would be the first steps, Carl, in your personal life?
For 2 seconds, because I think this is one of the most important topics that we've ever talked about. There's a big gap between homeowner wealth and freaking renter wealth. Big gap. And it's not even measurable, right? It's huge. Here's what happens. You get caught in a trap of renting. Why? Because it's easy. Or you're scared of building your credit, or whatever the situation is. And you fail to take that next step, and you're leaving so much freaking money on the table. As a homeowner, I can avoid paying taxes on my capital gains. How? You hold the thing for 2 years. As a homeowner, I can use somebody else's money to leverage and buy an asset that I've got to live in anyway, right? You got to live in a place anyway. You're paying rent, might as well pay a mortgage. People don't understand that there's FHA programs with 3.5% down. People don't understand that there's a conventional loan program that you can only put 3% down. People don't understand that there's down payment assistance available right now, right?
It gives you money.
And so if you're a homeowner or a potential homeowner and you're giving yourself BS excuses, I'm going to try not to swear this year.
Oh, that's
BS excuses of why you shouldn't own a home, it's complete just garbage, right? That's in your head. It's made up. If your credit's crap, that's okay. We have an FHA program for you. If you don't have a down payment, that's okay. We've got down payment assistance for you. When you buy that first home, doesn't matter what it is, right? And you own that home in Maricopa County for last year. We just did a last episode, 25%. Average home price is what, $441,000? Now it's $572,000.
Yeah, so $130,000 increase in a year.
And you're telling me that you're going to leave $130,000, $150,000 worth of equity, or potential income, on the table because you're scared to go out and get a loan. Why? Why? There's no excuse.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
Absolutely.
In this country, we have made the tax system very beneficial for homeowners. People that are wealthy, such as Josh and myself, it's probably no secret, use the same exact tax strategies to build more wealth and avoid and defer paying taxes. And if you're a renter in 2022, you have made a massive mistake and you are leaving a massive amount of potential equity and earnings on the table. What you need to do, and this is what I would do, is that because I've done this shit, I already swore.
You already lost
it. I'm passionate about it. I've made all these mistakes, right? And it's been a situation where I rented for a big portion of my life because I had some BS thought in my mind, well, I don't deserve a home, I don't want to buy a home, I want to live in a condo. It doesn't matter what your excuse is, right? Go out and get an FHA loan. And what you can do with that FHA loan is like, well, Carl, it's capped at $500,000 or whatever the loan limit is today. $540,000. That's for a single unit. Did you know that you can buy a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex with an FHA loan and put 3.5% down? So if you want to go out and buy $1 million fourplex, which you can go rent 3 of the units out, and you want to put $35,000 down, you can do that. You can do that today. With where else can you go out and buy $1 million asset that's going to give you income for $35,000?
Beautiful example.
And you're gonna the $35,000 goes into your equity. It's yours, you know. And so, in 5 years, when that house appreciates, you can move out of that house, or 2 years, you can move out of the house and turn that into investment property. Now you got a fourplex that's paying you instead of 3 units paying you. Now you got 4 units paying you. And if you wanted to, you could do a refi, pull a little bit of cash out, and go buy another primary, and then you can do it again. And you can do it again, and you can do it again, and you can keep doing that. And adding to your portfolio over and over and over and over again. Why wouldn't you do that? because you haven't been taught how to do it, or you're scared. But now you got no excuse. You're gonna call Josh Zuniga and he's gonna get you out of this mess.
You almost got yourself again there, right? Carl, you gave away all the secrets right there, but I think each one of those we can break up into like little micro segments to really help people understand and digest what the information really is. Because speaking with either a first-time home buyer or even buyers that have already bought before and not knowing exactly what the mechanics is of like how to do that, it can be scary. You
It's
know, for a lot, it can be
But
overwhelming.
that's why you hire a professional.
There you go.
Now you
All
have
right.
no excuse.
All right. So like
right?
once you can watch as many YouTube videos as you want and you can speak to as many people as you want, but you're the one that needs to take this information and education and actually put the wheel or the car in drive.
Literally, all you got to do is text Josh, hey, I need to buy a house. And he will literally do everything else that you need to do. There's nothing else you need to do. That's it. Maybe open a couple emails and send a couple emails
That's
out.
the easy answer. That's
the
the easy
truth,
answer.
though.
It is the
That's the
truth.
truth.
Guys, I'll give you a perfect example. So one of the individuals that I mentored, his name is Eric. He messaged me. I think he actually Facebook called me. He got my phone number off of Google, something, how, whatever it was. He's actually on my real estate team as well. But he messaged me almost 4 years ago on social media. He says, hey, can I meet with you? I love what you do. I love your content. I just believe in you, who you are. And I sat down with him. And this is talking about like very, very beginner stages, all right? He didn't have, at that point, he didn't have any money to afford a house, right? But he took some of my guidance and he took some of my direction because I helped him shift his mindset, okay? He didn't have a mentor in life. So he didn't have a mentor in life. He came to me and I was like, boss, no, the first thing you want to do if you want to become a real estate agent is like, I want you to do this. I'm giving you guys a little synopsis. I was like, I want you to go into sales in some type of sort. I want you to learn about people. I want you to learn about communication. I want you to learn how to handle clients. I gave him an example of I used to sell T-Mobile cell phones back when I was in college. You know what he did? He went and got a job at T-Mobile.
Yes.
He like literally did the exact same
Perfect.
thing. And I was like, this is beautiful. I'm so happy for you. We'd always meet up for lunch and he'd always, give me a little update on what he's doing. He then went to go and sell cars. He became the #1 car salesman, I think it was at Honda, for a couple of those months, which was great. Wonderful experience. He did try to go into real estate. Obviously, it was a tough time, especially in 2020 and 2021 if you're a brand new agent because you didn't have any houses to sell and it was just extremely competitive and you didn't know exactly what to do. So he went into lending. I believe he was with Quicken. He had one of the best years he's ever made. He broke his 6-figure goal, right? He called me 2 days ago to thank me. He's like, Josh, I want to thank you so much for what you did 3 years ago and talking to me and believing in me. I was like, I didn't have a good credit score. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any direction. I didn't have a path. But I took everything that you said and I believed in it and I believed in you, okay? And now I'm in contract for my first fourplex using an FHA loan. He's buying it in Mesa, I think at $600,000.
Good for him, man.
And he's going to be cash flowing on each one of those, probably over $1,000.
Living for free.
Guys, I'm telling you, I was like, this is a gentleman that started like very humble, and he's doing it right now. And it took 3 years to get there, but trust me, now he's having $3,000 of residual income a year. That's paying for majority of his bills. Him, his wife, and his little beautiful baby are now on their way to financial freedom. That's what financial freedom is, man. Not being debt-free, but financially free, where all your income is coming in, is paying for all your bills and then for your life. That's where you want to be. But you have to take action. That's the biggest thing that we talked about in 2021. It's going to be the biggest thing that we always talk about. And this year and every year is like you have to take action. You need to look yourself in the mirror, check yourself and say, I need to get the wheel started here, okay? Because it's very, very important. You can change the trajectory of your life in just a couple of years. But not only do you have a financial portfolio that you now have the confidence is the biggest one. The confidence, the education, the support system or the team.
And you can repeat it.
To get you there, right?
Yeah.
Because once you figure out the system, then you just duplicate, just like you were saying, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. That's what allowed me to buy 6 properties in 3 years. I figured out the system. I duplicated it. They're all generating cash flow at this point in time. And everything is paid for. Everything is paid for. But this is what we want you to do, guys. If you guys are a first-time home buyer in 2022, or you have already bought your first home, but you want to put your path on towards building a portfolio, sit down with us. Sit down with me, sit down with Carl, and we want to help you here in this year and all the years coming ahead, because this is important. It's not about you anymore. It's about your family.
Yep, that's it.
How do you believe it? Strongly?
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to take action today. And like the more you put it off, the more you make excuses, it's just costing you money. Legitimately. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, so guys, so in 2022, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen for you. Let's make it happen for your family. Let's make it happen for your future. Let's change your stars this year in 2022. We'll see you on that next episode. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode. If you found any value in anything that we shared to you today, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We have tons of other content, but we want to make sure you get supported on this channel. But we love you, and we'll see you on the next episode.